Frequently asked questions. Can I blank? Lose weight, stay healthy, whatever, eating processed foods. First of all, not to be pedantic, but words have meaning and we need to be talking about the same thing. Processed foods are on a spectrum. So a lot of commonly thought of as unprocessed foods are actually processed. They're just minimally processed. What most people are referring to when they say processed is really ultra processed or highly processed foods. So now that we know what we're talking about, to answer the question, can you lose weight, stay healthy, gain muscle, do all the things eating these foods? The short answer is, of course, 100%, absolutely. But, and there is a big however, okay, there are two big problems that only a small minority of people are going to be able to overcome. All right? The first one is a lack of nutrition. If you're eating nothing but chips and hot dogs, there's a whole lot of vitamins and minerals and other micronutrients that you're just not going to get from a diet like that. Now, you can supplement your diet with those things in pill or powder form, but that's a whole lot of extra work, and you're probably going to miss the mark in certain areas, even if you go the extra mile and do your blood work and you know, kind of get in the weeds with it. It's just a lot easier eating a variety of whole foods like fruits, vegetables, you know, meats that have micros in them like beef, pork, things like this. I mean, there are actual diseases that are caused by a lack of a particular micronutrient, like rickets or scurvy, for instance. So that's the first problem, which, of course, like I said, there is an engineering solution to, but it's kind of a pain. The second and most important problem is that of psychology. Highly processed foods are generally not at all satiating. In fact, most of them are designed to set you up for failure and make you want to eat more. Now, if you're just trying to gain weight and adiposity and health aren't concerns, then have at it. But if you're eating to reduce your adiposity, lose weight, and or improve your performance physically, mentally, or otherwise, just eating a diet of highly processed foods is going to be untenable to those ends, because it's going to be very difficult for you psychologically to limit your consumption of certain items. I mean, from the ground up, these things are designed to set you up for failure. Like, look at the serving sizes, for instance. You go get a bag of Doritos, 7 chips, 140 calories or whatever. Well, you're not going to eat 7 chips. You're going to eat half the bag, or you're going to eat by the handful. It's difficult, if you are tracking, to accurately even know the extent to which you're consuming these items, unless, again, you use an engineering solution and meticulously count out every single chip or weigh and measure everything, which is a thing that most people aren't going to do. And the people that will do that kind of stuff are generally not eating these kind of foods. Alright, so going back to the original premise of this video, can you achieve these things, health, muscle mass, leanness, etc., on processed foods? Still, the answer is 100%. I know I just got on my soapbox and made it seem like processed foods are heresy. However, I'm not a hypocrite. I eat plenty of processed foods. I have barbecue sauce, for instance, for each of my meals. I almost always have a whey protein shake for breakfast, generally with Gatorade powder. I have a protein bar for dessert, usually, with every dinner. So you get the picture. I consume plenty of processed foods, and I'm probably the leanest and healthiest, objectively, I've been in my entire life in my 40s. That's possible because, number one, I consume them in moderation, and number two, they are components of my overall diet, but not my entire overall diet. My morning shake might be an entire meal, but it has a high level of satiety because it's almost entirely protein. And then the majority of my solid food meals are mostly protein and vegetables. At the end of the day, folks, nutrition notwithstanding, which of course is a key component to health and performance, it's about satiety. Overconsumption of anything can lead to potential weight gain and poor health, but how many of us are overeating apples? Or in my case, pork tenderloin and celery. Ultra-processed foods are designed to be amenable to overconsumption. And so yes, on paper, the X's and O's will tell you that you can lose weight, gain muscle, stay healthy, but living things aren't algorithms, and things can play out much differently during their actual execution by a living thing in real life. Thanks for watching.